Today is Juneteenth, marking the day in 1865 when enslaved people in Texas learned that they were free. And now it is a celebration of freedom, history, and African-American resilience. In Oakland today, hundreds of families gathered at the Oakland Museum near Lake Merritt to recognize this holiday. There was music, there was dancing, art exhibits, live performances. We talked to event organizers and attendees about what the day means to them.
It's about reflection in the fact that we used to be considered a quote-unquote chocolate city, and we have been priced out. Many black folks have been displaced from their homes. So this is a celebration about Oakland's black community as well. This is about Oakland reclaiming and understanding that you belong here.
It means, of course, a celebration of our freedom, the celebration of the efforts that we made to fight for our freedom, efforts that we still need to make to fight for our freedom.
In San Francisco, the Fillmore district took center stage for Juneteenth celebrations. City leaders reflected on the neighborhood's history while pushing for new investment and revitalization in the years ahead.
And today marks the beginning, the first step toward the revitalization of the Fillmore, the Harlem of the West.
Reverend Amos Brown says he hopes to see more funding for projects that help spur economic development while also preserving the neighborhood's African-American roots. He says plans for a new Pan-African restaurant are in the works. Also on this Juneteenth, she's carrying one of the most recognizable names in Olympic history. But while her grandfather helped change the world with an historic moment on the medal stand, Nairobi Smith is creating a legacy all her own. As Len Ramirez shows us, the UC Berkeley sprinter is breaking records on the track and making an impact in her community.
At Kezar Stadium in San Francisco, Nairobi starts another day the same way she always has.
I'm activating my body to get ready to sprint.
The UC Berkeley standout sprinter walks the track where she grew up, warming up before another workout, preparing for what she hopes will be another record-setting season. Then it's time to go to work. For most athletes, the pressure of elite competition is enough. But for Nairobi Smith, there's also the family name. Her grandfather is Tommie Smith, the 1968 Olympic gold medalist who set a world record in the 200 meters at the Mexico City Games. But his legacy stretched far beyond the track when he and teammate John Carlos raised black glove fists during the national anthem in a silent protest of racism, poverty, and injustice faced by African Americans in the U.S. It was one of the most iconic protests in sports history.
It's always been in conversation, especially like with my classmates, and when it came up in history class, it was always like, oh, that's an important part of your story. But also to me, he's also just been my grandpa who showed up at events and birthdays, and so it's great to have that duality. And sometimes I'm sitting there with him just having granddaughter talk, and he's just a grandpa to me also. So it's been great.
And while she embraces the family history, Nairobi is determined to write her own chapter. And she's already doing just that. Nairobi owns the UC Berkeley school record in the women's indoor 200 meters and set a meet record for the 100 at the Brutus Hamilton Invitational, all as a sophomore. But she's not just adding accomplishments to her track resume. Following the example of service and leadership passed down through her family, Smith mentors young girls and promotes health and wellness through sports with the nonprofit Track Girls. And she's part of the team implementing Track Girls at the KIPP Bridge Academy in West Oakland.
I've always realized that it starts with the youth, especially being someone of such a beautiful background. Growing up, I realized what it was like to have a role model. And so I just knew that I have this new platform being a college athlete, and I want to be that role model for some young girls or young athletes that may not have that in their life.
On your toes, on your toes.
Track stardom didn't skip a generation in the Smith family. Her father, Kevin, was a star long jumper at Cal. Her mother, Tina, is a recording artist, and both have been her biggest supporters.
She carries on the legacy, but she's also setting her own lane as an activist, like her grandfather. So I'm very proud of that.
Young activists these days have to find how they can be effective and what they can do. And so to find your voice and to be able to do that and to take your platform, no matter how big or how small, is a testament to the type of person she is.
And while records and championships remain in her sights, there's another goal waiting farther down the road. Could there soon be another Smith running the 200 in the Olympics?
Hey, I'm not counting myself out, you know. I think I'm new to the sport. I think I have a lot more to give, and so I'm just going to keep working at it.
For Nairobi Smith, the next race isn't about living up to a famous name. It's about proving that her own story is just beginning.
Nairobi is expected back at UC Berkeley this season, where she'll look to add to her record accomplishments while continuing her work with track girls. And there is yet another Smith burning up the track. Her twin brother, of course, Jacoby, is also a sprinter for Cal Track and Field.